Hello guys, welcome to my channel Chem Insider. In today's class we are going to discuss about second topic of general principles and isolations of process of metals and from the metal ores. In this, the second topic which we have discussed in the previous classes, that a metal has to be extracted from its metal ore in three processes. One is the concentration, second one is extraction, and third one is purification. Now we'll start with the concentration of a metal ore. So for concentrating a metal ore in metal from its metal ore, what you have to do is we need to remove the impurities, right? So those impurities we call them as gangue particles. So in order to remove those gangue particles, we have certain different types of methods. All these methods are specifically chosen over the physical properties or physical propertical differences between the given metal and its gangue particles present in its ore. Let us say if a metal ore has different gangue particle which is not at all reacting with the same reagent which we are treating with our metals. So that means we are taking a reagent and treating that reagent with our metal ore. Let us say our metal is reacting with that reagent but not our gangue particle. We can use that method to remove our gangue particles, right? So similarly we can use some physical properties also. For example, if certain metal ores are attracted towards magnet and its gangue particles are not attracted towards the magnet, we can use that as a physical process for separation. And some other separations can also involve mass of gangue particles and the mass of minerals present. So out of those, we have four methods for distinguishing or separating our metal from its gangue particles in its metal ore, that process of concentration. So those are, first one, hydraulic washing. We have hydraulic washing, and the second one we have is magnetic separation. Second one we have is magnetic separation. Third one is froth flotation process. And the last one is leaching process. So in this hydraulic washing process, what we do is we consider a physical property of mass. If out of the metal and the gangue particle, if one of them is lighter in mass, then we can use hydraulic washing method for separation of gangue particles or the ore particles. And in case of magnetic separation, we use the magnetic property of either the metal or of the gangue. If one of them is attracted towards magnet, we can use this magnetic separation for concentration. And for the froth flotation process, this is especially for those ores which have sulfide as impurities. That is, the metals which have in the form of sulfide ores. So if some of the metals have sulfide as its impurity, we can use froth flotation process. And the last one is leaching process, where we treat our metal ore with a certain chemical component. So all the first three processes are of physical separation, whereas leaching method is of chemical separation or chemical concentration. So now first we'll start discussing about our hydraulic washing. So this hydraulic washing process involves the use of a slant aligned slab. So in this slant aligned slab, what we take is we take a slantly arranged metal or non-metal slab, anything we can take it. You can take anything. So if you are arranging a slantly, you are arranging a slab in slant direction and it has some incisions in it, such as like this, so that it can hold some components running down through them. So when we allow a continuous water flow from the top of the slab to the bottom in a constant motion and run down our powdered metal ore. So now first, in order to start a concentration of ore, what we have to know is we always have to take our metal ore in a fine powdered composition. That is, we have to completely powder them in a finest proportion in order to extract more and more of our metal. Okay, so we take our finely powdered ore and run them down on our slantly placed slab. So once they are added on the slab, the continuous motion of flowing water carries those impurities along with them if the impurities are lighter. Let us say in this condition the gangue particles are lighter in weight, so the impurities will be carried off by the flow of water, whereas the heavier metal particles will be collected at the incisions present over here. Heavier metal particles will be collected at the incisions present. So the impurities will be ran down by the flow of water. So let us say we are indicating here this red in impurities and the blue is the water. So these are the metal ores which are heavier. So these are the metal ores which are heavier, and these are the gangue particles which are lighter. Okay, so this is how we separate metal, or this is how we concentrate a metal of its ore. So that is from hydraulic washing process. So what we do here is we run down finely powdered metal ore on a slab which is arranged slantly with some certain incisions, on which we have a continuous flow of water from top to bottom. Once they are ran down, the flow of water carries away the lighter ore particles, such as, for example, in this consideration we have taken gangue as lighter particles. So those gangue particles will be ran down by the flow of water, whereas the heavier ore particles are settled at the incisions. What you have to observe over here is this hydraulic washing process is not usually specifically used, because sometimes if the flow of the stream is faster, then sometimes it may also carry our metal components also. Okay, so it is only possible if we have a slower stream of flowing. If it is very slow stream of flowing, sometimes it may leave away the gangue particle also. Therefore, this hydraulic washing method is not much specifically used. So this is how a hydraulic washing takes place. Okay, next is magnetic separation. This process is used for separation of metal from its gangue particles if one of them is attracted to the magnetic field. Like for example, if you have to extract metals ores, for example of iron. So iron particles are attracted towards the magnetic field, and the gangue particles present in them are usually sulfur or carbon. So those can be separated by our magnetic separation method. So what we do here is we have a roller of strap of cloth. We have two rollers which are connected to a strap of cloth, such as like this, and one end of the roller is completely magnetized. So that means we are using a complete magnet on one end of the roller. What we do is we allow the finely powdered ore on the other side of the roller. Once the powdered ore is placed on top of this slab, and once it started to rotate, so what it does is it separates the substances which are attracted to it and those which are not attached to it. So if there are substances which are not attracted towards the magnetic field, like for the gangue particles, what will they do is they will be thrown away from the magnetic field. So if this is a magnetic roller, due to the speed of this complete cloth on the rollers, so the non-magnetic gangue particles or substances will be thrown away and will be collected in a separate pile. Whereas those which are attracted to the magnetic field will be moving along the roller, and get separated at this particular position. Hence, they will be thrown away in a different direction or in a different pile. So now this is a pile of substances which are attracted by the magnetic roller. So now we have completely separated substances which are non-magnetic and substances which are magnetic present in our finely powdered ore. So this is the method for magnetic separation. So what do we do in the magnetic separation? So this system involves using two rollers which are connected by a cloth, out of which one roller will be completely used as a magnet. So when the finely powdered ore is introduced on the cloth, which is rolling in a constant speed, as it comes closer to the magnetic field, the non-magnetic substances which are not attracted by the magnetic roller will be thrown away due to the speed of cloth rolling, whereas the substances which are attracted by the magnetic field will be collected, attached along with the roller and get separated at different position and collected in a different pile. So we can clearly separate magnetic and a non-magnetic substance by using a magnetic strip. Okay, so this is about the magnetic separation of metal from its ore in order to concentrate the metal. Next is we are going to discuss about froth flotation process. This process of separation is a very important one. That is because this process is used for separating sulfide gangue particles. So if a metal has a sulfide impurity, then we can use froth flotation process for its concentration. Froth flotation process. So this froth flotation process involves using of two substances. One is a stabilizer. Second one is collector. So we use two substances for this froth flotation process. One is a stabilizer, the other is a collector. The diagram for this froth flotation process involves using of a huge wide mouth tub which has one inlet for our stabilizer or collector. So what we do is we have an open cylinder installed in our tub in such a way that it allows us to inflate air inside this complete tub, such as like this. Once we use for similar to the material which we use for creating butter from curd. So what we do is we'll take the complete solution of our mineral ore in water and oil. We use mixture of two solvents, water and oil, and mix it with our metal ore. So what happens here is metal ores are wetted by oil present in the solution, and the sulfide ores will be wetted by, the sulfide impurities are wetted by water. That means water wets the sulfides components, whereas oil wets up the metal components, leaving behind a mixture of metal, sulfide, oil and water. So once we start to push up with the water, air inflate the complete solution, what happens is we create an air bubbles inside the solution. This air bubbles is nothing but the froth generated due to the complete motion of our skillet. So this makes a generation of froth on the top layer of our solution. So this is now our froth generated by the inflation of air inside our solution tub. So that inflation is because of the collection of metal on the oil bubble. So if this is the oil bubble, so metals will be collected on the surface of the oil, which is forming a bubble because of the air inflated by our continuous mechanism using this skewers. Okay, so once it starts to pull up air, push the air inside our solution, it starts to bubble up. That bubbling up releases a motion of bubbles formation with oil, and those oil molecules, being lighter when compared to water, will be carrying metals on its surfaces. In order to create a more amount of froth, what we use is stabilizer, such as for example cresols and anilines. So these cresols and anilines will make sure that these froth prepared or generated stays for a longer duration, so that we can clearly swipe it off from the top surface into another container. So once we take it out into another container, so we can completely dry them out and separate our metal what we want. Next, for the collector process, what we do is we add these collectors on our froth component so that it dries out faster. Okay, so this is how we separate metal from its sulfide ore in the froth flotation process. So what we do here is we take a huge mouth container in which we take oil and water, on which we will add our metal sulfide ore. Oil present in the solution wets up the metal components, whereas water wets up the sulfide components. Once we are adding some stabilizers to it and we start to stir the inflation of water or inflation of air, those air bubbles generated will be formed by oil components, and these oil components carry metals around them in the surface and which can be collected at the top. Once they are forming a huge amount of froth at the top, we can easily skew them off in another container, and to which we are adding collectors. For those collectors are examples of, we use pine oils and certain fatty acids for stabilizing, so for creating those more amount of froth. So now once the froth is dried up, we have separated the complete metal from its sulfide ore. So this is how the froth flotation process takes place. Okay. Next we are going to discuss about is the last process of concentration, that is leaching. Next process is our last process, that is leaching. So this leaching process of concentration of metal ore is used especially for bauxite ore in order to concentrate our aluminium metal. So leaching is especially used for bauxite ore of aluminium. So what we do here is we treat aluminium ore, that is our bauxite ore, with sodium hydroxide at a temperature of 473 to 573 Kelvin. This bauxite ore of aluminium has Al2O3, as we have discussed in the previous video. This Al2O3 is finely powdered and treated with our sodium hydroxide. This is treated with sodium hydroxide with water molecule. This is treated with sodium hydroxide with water molecule. This forms a complex called sodium aluminate, that is NaAlOH 4 times. So this is our complex NaAlOH 4 times. So this is a sodium aluminate. So the sodium aluminate is formed when sodium hydroxide is treated with our component of metal ore in Al2O3 at a temperature of 473 Kelvin and 36 bars of atmospheric pressure. This sodium aluminate present in the solution is then reacting with carbon dioxide, that is NaAlOH 4 times reacts with the carbon dioxide present in our solution. So this solution, what it does is the carbon dioxide neutralizes the sodium atom. The carbon dioxide present in the ore neutralizes the sodium atom to form sodium bicarbonate, NaHCO3. In the meanwhile, what we observe is the aluminium present in here gets precipitated as Al2O3 dot X molecules of water. The aluminium oxide gets precipitated as Al2O3 dot X molecules of water. So this is what happens. Once the aluminium oxide is precipitated, we separate it out and then we break down its water molecule by dehydrating them. So Al2O3 dot XH2O on heating loses Al2O3 dot H2O. So this is how we leach aluminium present in our bauxite ore. This is how we leach aluminium present in our bauxite ore. So this is the process of leaching. So in this process of leaching, what we do is we use the bauxite ore and heat it with sodium hydroxide. Here the aluminium oxide Al2O3 used has three impurities such as SiO2, TiO2 and carbon dioxide. So all these SiO2, TiO2 and carbon dioxide will not be present to the same extent as observed here. So this also has some amount of SiO2 but not TiO2 and carbon dioxide. So those will be completely removed out. This is the process of leaching of aluminium present in the bauxite ore. So this is all about the concentration of metal of ores. One thing you have to remember over here is during the froth flotation process, we can also use two sulfide ores to separate one another. Okay. Apart from the froth flotation process and the other three processes, what we can do is we can only separate or concentrate one metal ore of specific type. That is, if you use some leaching, we can only separate aluminum oxide. In case of hydraulic washing, you can use separate methods, which has more heavier metal ores. But in case of froth flotation process, we can separate two metal ores having sulfides. Like for example, we can separate zinc sulfide and lead sulfide in the same way. We can separate zinc sulfide and lead sulfide once in a time in the metal ore. So how it is done? It is done by using a depressant called sodium cyanide. If we use sodium cyanide depressant, what this does is it decreases the extent of froth forming by zinc sulfide ore. So it has in this way we can separate sulfide ores of different metals in froth flotation process, which is by using a depressant. In case of zinc sulfide and lead sulfide, we use sodium cyanide, which decreases the froth formation amount of zinc sulfide, leaving zinc sulfide below the bottom, whereas lead sulfide forms a froth and is collected the separate. Okay, so this is about the concentration of metal of ores. So in the next class, we are going to discuss more about the general principles and process involved in isolation of metals. So if you like this video, please do subscribe to my channel and share this among your friends in order to get them user of this. Thank you for watching.